I suppose I'm going to tell you the story behind this, because this is the Vintage Rory Evans Virtuoso guitar. We went to do an open mic night. Steve's electrics didn't work in his acoustic because he's blooming hopeless.
I'm pretty sure you put them in. So.
They didn't work for some unknown reason. So I spoke to the guys at JHS and in exchange for some videos we got a Rory Evans, and I could not believe how good it was. So I've got one for myself as well now.
It is really good. Like the first time I played it was at that jam night, and it was amazing. Like, I didn't even think about it.
There's some really impressive. I mean, not only it's got Fishman preamp, and I think it's the Fishman Presys and Fishman
Sonicor.
So the microphones. I think it's got a piezo and a microphone.
Yeah, didn't you say you could see
there?
it?
Yeah, it's there. If you turn it in the inside, there's a microphone in there, and you can blend between them. So we're just going to do some recording bass, middle, and treble. But one thing that really impressed me, it's got an XLR output.
Yeah.
So really we're recording this through XLRs. It's also got a jack output. But I was like, that's really, I've never seen that.
No, I think
and I've played,
it's always
Taylors,
a jack usually.
Tackers, Faith. I was really impressed by Faith, but you know, this is just a really good bit of gear. When I first strummed, that was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And I was actually going to give that one, I was going to keep that one because I smashed it into the studio when I was leaving for that open mic night, and when I took it off the wall mounts I hit it into the ceiling.
Can't see any damage. Sorry.
But you said it feels a bit nicer?
Yeah, I just played them back to back, and they're both, there should be identical guitars, but there's always something that's different.
Oh yeah,
and
it
seems, I don't know, it might be just in my head. That's why I said about doing like a quick blindfold thing, just so I don't see them.
We could do it in a minute.
In my head, this feels more familiar already, and I've only played it once. But then the back on this, it's all very nice, but the back on that one's nicer. Yeah. So yeah, if you could have that back and this top, that's probably be a really good combo.
Yeah, but the trees are trees. It's got, is it mahogany neck? Pau Ferro fretboard. Now that doesn't look like Pau Ferro at all. It's bound as well. It looks like rosewood binding or something. I don't know what the binding is. Spruce top, and the body, the sides. Oh, I can't read what I've written there.
The top was Spruce.
Yeah, Spruce Springsteen and Acacia sides. Oh, it does have the perfing or binding, as I call it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many frets. I think it's 21. But I think the small dots, it's a really smart guitar. Should we do it with So we'll play it with, what are these things called?
Jack lead.
Jack leads.
I was so impressed by this guitar when I played it, but hadn't practiced on it, hadn't touched it.
Before I forget, is there anything that you would change in it? What could be better?
I'll tell you what I do really like about it as well. It doesn't have a scratch plate. I didn't really notice that until later on.
That's why it looks so good.
And that's why I thought I really liked the look of it. I don't care about whether a scratch plate's on an acoustic like this. It might get scratched here, but it's part of the character.
I think that's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah. The neck is really nice, and that's one of the obviously the biggest things for me, as always.
Shallow strap locks.
Very nice.
So I've got you a set.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I'm a lovely
Gold,
guy.
as always.
And I got me a set as well. Rover tuners, mahogany neck.
Yeah. What would you change? I don't know.
The strap locks.
Because it feels, other than the strap locks, that's it. Like, it feels great. It sounds great.
Yeah,
it sounds
got built-in tuner.
Sounds nice acoustically, which is handy.
Bass mid treble. Did you use the EQ when we played live?
I think I might have left it flat actually, and it sounded great.
It would be good to use the mic blend, but I'm not going to be able to hear that. Maybe we'll have a play of that in the studio in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, at the start of the gig, he said that we couldn't get it working, but that was his fault.
Yeah, sound guy.
Yeah, I didn't want to play around.
It's cool you can blend between the piezo here and the microphone under here, which also looks like a piezo. That's nice, because the kit I fitted in your guitar did that, and I always thought some guitars don't have it. I just think it's nice you get two very different sounds, so you can blend between them.
It's got built-in tuner as well, which is very handy.
It is
which cuts out the sound, right? I can't really test it here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it does.
Yeah, you can. Because it's
oh yeah, well.
And now if I put the tuner on, I think it's muted. Oh, you can see it on here. Yeah, look, mine's muted. So the tuner mutes it, which is,
very handy.
Again, when you're doing an open mic night, no one wants to hear you tune. I don't want to hear you tune.
No.
But I think it's really good. I wish the tuner had a bigger window, but it's Fishman, so I sort of don't care.
Yeah, that's always seemed like a good quality thing to me.
Yeah, Fishman.
So I had a Taylor with a Fishman preamp, basically the same thing as that.
Was this the same as your Taylor?
Not the same, but very similar in the way that it's a
It was
block
Fishman, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Fishman, that, yeah.
Okay, it's probably maybe a bit higher end, I don't know. I do like Fishman, they make great acoustic stuff. I swear they do drum stuff as well.
I haven't played my Taylor for years because I don't have it anymore, but this...
Did it remind you of it?
I don't think it's any worse. Like I don't see what the difference would be. It sounds great, feels great, neck's lovely. Frets are always good from Vintage.
I'm surprised you said, oh yeah, you're right actually. I'm surprised you said that because that was a guitar you regretted selling.
I do, yeah. And I think this is, again, now that you're giving this to me, it's replacing the need, my regret for selling the Taylor and my need because I was looking at Ibanez guitar.
Oh yeah.
To replace, well, I've got a massive chunky acoustic which the electrics don't work, someone's fault. But yeah, I just needed something just for playing like gigs and stuff, and just it was a bit slimmer as well because my acoustic's massive, whereas this is perfect
yeah, it is
size.
A bit, yeah, it's a really nice size. It's not Dreadnought, it's a bit bigger. I don't know if it's auditorium or what, but I really like the size. It's not too big where you're like, whoa, but it's also Dreadnought was a bit bland.
Yeah, it felt
it's
really
got
comfortable playing it with the standing up and playing like this as well. So.
Do you know, I've got strap locks on that one as well, and
yeah.
but I haven't put a strap on it. This one hasn't. Well, I've got some strap
locks.
Here.
Now we've got the bench of knees.
But also, it's got a strap lock here, which I always put on guitar. So that's already pre-drilled, which is another. I know people are like, well, who cares? I hate the strap when you put it around. I just think that looks crap. So this is. But also because this is down here, you can have a proper strap. Sometimes the lead goes through. I know it's just picky because I didn't get on with my Taylor because it had 3 knobs. When I was drunk, I can never remember which were which. Whereas this is like, you know, treble. No matter how drunk I am, I can read that and go, okay, high end, easy. Bass mid treble, mic blend, notch. That's probably for a mid notch, I don't know. But, oh, this got a built-in tuner, the Taylor didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have used a floor pedal.
Yeah, that's why I loved mine, because it had the Fishman stuff that just seems easier.
We used to use our Taylors and a Boss tuner. I would just use an XLR and not have anything on the floor now. How cool would that be? It's one less thing to bring.
Yeah, exactly. And like you say, you can use the mic bend if you want to change up a bit. There's a phase button. Have you tried that? Does it do anything? Does it do a lot?
Yeah, if there's 2 of us, I don't think you might need it. I might need to flip the phase, but I wouldn't do it here. I would do it on the desk, or I'd do it in the studio. Right. But it's handy to have a phase, but is it handy? You would do it on the desk. I think that's a waste of time. It was really nice to play.
Feels nice, sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by
this.
I'll call them up to get another one.
Yeah, just to keep getting them. Yeah. What more do you need in acoustic?
Shallow strap locks.
Other than the strap locks, yeah.
I don't know, genuinely.
Yeah, like you said, what would you change? Or
well, I did call them, I said, look, do them in a few more colours, don't change anything, because it's got Grover tuners, it's got a Fishman preamp, it feels great, it sounds great, like it sounds really good.
I usually don't also like spruce top, the look of it. I don't care about the.
Your one looks really good. This one in
particular is very nice, but yeah, there's something about this guitar that's a little bit special compared to other acoustics of the same type. Other than the fact that it just plays great, there's something about the look, and I think part of it is no scratch plate, part of it is
binding.
This top's a bit nicer. It's got a little bit of a. Like
it's
weird
sort of understated. Like this looks really nice without it being too much. Because some they do too much, and you think, why does it look like that?
The back looks good. The sides look good.
Yeah, it does. It's a really, really good looking guitar. I do think some more colours.
Yeah.
Just because, why not? Because I was like, you got to do more of these.
Yeah, definitely.
Sack off all the others. I don't even care.
Yeah, different versions of this.
Yeah. So in the studio, this is a couple of AKG 451s. I know actually in the studio you'd have them aimed here, but we figured. These are studio microphones and it gives you an idea of how it sounds in the room. So do you want to give it a little strum and it'll be like you're here with us. nice. We're also going to demo the EQ, only on that guitar to be honest. So it's got, like we said earlier, it has 2 pickups. There's a piezo here, and what looks like a piezo here, it might be a microphone. That seems a little bit less bassy.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, it's like another EQ. I'd use that instead of the actual EQ.
Rather than using the bass middle, yeah.
Yeah, like if you want it more trebly, go whatever the second option was.
It's quite nice in the middle, like it had a bit of the bass, a bit of treble.
Yeah.
But then you can obviously mess around with the bass, middle and treble, although like you said it might mess with the feedback, but...
Yeah, it should be alright, but I think you've got the option, but you can do it on the actual blend between the 2 mics, and you set it flat for me to that gig and that sounded fine.
Yeah, I don't think I changed it, and it's the volume currently is on in the middle, but at the gig I think I put it almost max because the guy didn't really know.
Oh yeah, it was hopeless. Honestly, it's, sometimes if you've got a terrible sound guy, it just makes it so difficult. Just worth noting, this is through an XLR, just because it's got an XLR output, which is so much easier for a mixing desk.
Yeah, really good. It's so good that it has both those options, just in case.
I think it's amazing. Like, what did you say a minute ago? It's like the best guitar for the money and more, or something.
Yeah, for what you're paying for, this is just giving you, you're getting your money's worth, and then you're getting extra. Because it's just, it feels amazing to play. Even if it sounded okay, it just feels great, and you want to play it, you want to practice more, but it also sounds great acoustically and through either one, the jack or the XLR.
Yeah.
And that's all on flat as well. Like we haven't really messed around with the bass, mids, trebs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got loads of different options.
But yeah, I'm seriously impressed by it. When I first strummed it as well, I know even this is going to be through YouTube's compression and stuff, but when I strummed it in my lounge, I was like, I played acoustic guitar in my lounge a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why I don't play acoustic. And I played that one. I was like, oh, that sounds. That's got. Makes you want to play. I haven't written anything on it, but
yeah, I always did love acoustics, and then just because I got rid of my Taylor, I didn't really have the room for the acoustic I did have, and it was just big and bulky and really loud and quite a small area. So I ended up playing electric anyway. So I've been playing electric for the last couple of years, and this kind of reignited my love for acoustic again.
It's because it does everything well.
Yeah.
You've got
such a nice guitar to play.
You've got the tuner, you've got the XLR thing. I think is brilliant. You know, it's got a nice spec. It's got Grover tuners. It sounds great. It looks cool. It's got a cutout. It doesn't have a scratch plate, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But also, like, when it has all this stuff, at least when you play live, you're like, oh, what if? Well, okay, you know it'll do it. Like if you take the 20 gig, you'll be like, okay. Worst case scenario, you need to change the battery, and to do that, you just pop this out. Yeah. Whereas some of them, you have to take the whole thing apart, which can be a nightmare. Especially sometimes when the jack plugs in. I've had some difficult guitars. It's just easy.
Yeah, it's definitely reassuring having a Fishman preamp in there as well.
It is, and with a 9-volt battery that goes in there easily, so it takes 10 seconds to swap. So, battery indicator, tuner.
Yeah, built-in tuner that mutes the sounds. Brilliant.
And here's a video on the vintage VSA 500. Nice hollow body from Vintage Guitars. I was really impressed. Another guitar I played of theirs, and I was like, you can't have it back.
Always impressed by vintage.
That's the problem. You're like, okay, we're supposed to send these back.
Yeah, this is not going anywhere.
No, neither's that one. I was like, I'm keeping this, and I want another one.